Hello everyone, hope you guys are fine. I hope you liked my previous video, and please subscribe this channel, it will be helpful for you guys, and share it among your friends so that they can also be get benefited. Okay. Today I am going to discuss chapter number 13, fluid mechanics, HCB objective. Everyone, please open the book at page 271 page, okay, or any page number, just the fluid mechanics objective, I mean to say. I'm starting. Okay, so you guys are ready? Okay. Question number 1: a liquid can easily change its shape but a solid cannot. The reason: if you go by option number C and option number D, C and D, I mean, option number D, it's saying the average separation between the molecules is larger in solid. Is it true, guys? It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong, this option. So option D is incorrect. And option C, the atoms combine to form bigger molecules in a solid. It's also not correct. C and D both are incorrect. Now we have option number A and B. Option number A, the density of liquid is smaller than that of solid. Is it always true? No. Now consider this statement which I wrote here. When can anything change its shape? If the material is soft, or the internal force, I mean the internal force, is not that much, the framework will be very weak in that case. So in solid what we have? A strong intermolecular force, but in liquid it's not that strong. So option number B is correct option. Okay. Okay. Now coming to question number 2. P equal to limit del s tends to 0 f divided by del s, and p1 minus p2 is equal to rho gz. In accelerating upward elevator is saying. Okay, now I have done a small derivation here. P1 minus p2 equal to rho g effective. Remember this, guys, it's g effective times z. The derivation is done here. This is a container and I am considering 2 point A and B. Pressure here is P1, pressure here is P2. Now the system is accelerating upward. So what we have? This is F1 minus F2, and the net force, it will be m times A naught. We need to subtract minus mg. This is because the gravitational force is downward, it's not in the upward direction. So f1 minus f2 minus mg equal to ma naught. So what we have in the next step? P1 minus p2 del s common is equal to m times g plus a naught. So what is m? Del s times z into rho. We all know that mass my volume equal to density, so mass equal to density times volume, and z is the distance from A to B. This distance I mean this distance. Okay, so finally what we get? P1 minus P2 equal to z plus A naught times rho into z. So option B is the correct option. So I am highlighting this thing, rho g effective times z, P1 minus P2. Remember this, it's g effective. Okay. Okay. Now coming to third question. We have 3 vessels F1. Let's consider this force as F1 because this is the normal direction. This will be F2 in this direction exerted by this vessel, and for this it will be F3 in this direction. I am considering as F3. I mean this direction, F3. So if I break F3 into its component, we have F3 cos theta plus F3 sin theta. F3 cos theta in this direction and F3 sin theta in downward direction. So the force exerted in this case will be higher because there is a component acting in the downward direction. Isn't it, guys? Okay. Thank you. Hello guys, I am solving question number 4. Okay. Now question number 4, it says equal mass of three liquids are kept in three identical vessels A, B, C, A, B, C. Now the densities of rho A, rho B, rho C are the densities, and force on the base will be. Okay. Okay. Now see, these are my three vessels, rho A, rho B, rho C, and according to the question, M equal to MB equal to MC. That means rho A times VA, rho B times VB equal to rho C times VC. Okay, where VA, B and VC are volume of ABC. Okay. Now see what we know. Force is equal to pressure times area, isn't it? Okay. Pressure times area. So in this equation, if I multiply numerator and denominator by H, like here as shown, what we get? Pressure times volume divided by H. Okay. Now what is pressure? Pressure is H rho G. Okay. Now here H and H will cancel each other. Okay. This H and this H will cancel. Now what we have? Rho A times VA times G. And what is rho A VA? It's rho B VB, and it is equal to rho C VC from this equation. Okay. So what we have at the end? FA equal to FB equal to FC. Okay. So the correct option will be what? Option D. Thank you. Hello guys, I am now solving question number 5. A given system, I need to find PA minus PB. Okay. Now see guys, this point, what is the pressure at this point? It's atmospheric pressure. At this point also, what is the pressure? It's atmospheric pressure. So PA minus PB, or say PB minus PA, it will be P naught minus P naught. So answer is 0. Okay. So the correct option will be option D. Okay guys. Now coming to question number 6. Question number 6 is a beaker containing a liquid is kept inside a big closed jar. If the air inside the jar is pumped out, pressure near the bottom of the liquid. Okay. Now see guys, this is the vessel. Now pressure at this point A is what is the pressure? Rho G H, this height H, plus P theta. This P theta is the pressure of air inside this vessel. Okay, this I mean to say. So if air is continuously pumped out, P theta will decrease, isn't it? So PA, what will happen? It will also decrease. So PA decreases. So correct option is option B. It will decrease. Now moving to question number 7. At first read this question. Okay. Now it's telling me that pressure in liquid at 2 points is same are equal. Consider an elevator accelerating upward and car accelerating on a horizontal road. The statement is correct. Okay. These 2 points, if the system is in equilibrium, then PA equal to PB. For elevator accelerating upward, what is PA? It will be rho A times G effective. G effective is G plus A for elevator moving upward with acceleration A times H. Okay. Now if the system moves in this direction, right direction as shown, what will happen to point A and point B? It will force a net acceleration here. I mean, this will be a pseudo force A. This is acceleration due to gravity G, and the net force will be in this direction, as I have shown here, this direction. So what will happen? In this point, the force will be more, and in this point, the force will be a bit less, because the particles will accelerate in the left direction. So in case of car, the statement is incorrect. For elevator only, the statement will be correct. See, this is because the net acceleration is upward for elevator. Okay. Thank you. Hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe this channel and share it among your friends so that they too are benefited. Okay. Do well. Bye bye.